mic check, test one. Checking the mic, test one. Check, test one. Just checking the microphone here. Oh. All right, we're good to go. Hello, Ringette fans. Here we go. We are bringing you the gold medal action. Get this out of the way. I apologize that I told everybody 3 o'clock. It's actually a 3:30 start. My bad. Pardon me. My name's Bill. I got Brad standing beside me and Tim's running the camera. We are bringing you the gold medal action here between the Calgary 19AA Rogue and the Zone 2 19AA Blaze. This is a 1 versus 2 game. How did we get here? Calgary finished first in the round robin, 3 wins and a tie. Zone 2 finished second in the round robin, 3 wins and a loss. And then the semifinals this morning, we played our sister team in an exciting back and forth game. And we ended up beating our sister team, the Havoc, 3-1. Zone 2 played Sherwood Park in the semis. They ended up beating Sherwood Park 6-5. And here we go, we're gonna play for gold. The bronze medal game just decided here was the Calgary Havoc losing in overtime to Sherwood Park. So congratulations to Sherwood Park. They're gonna take a 4-3 overtime win to win bronze. That'll make Sherwood Park AB3 heading into nationals, and that'll make the Calgary Havoc AB4 heading into nationals. Still one more game to go. The winner of this game will become Team Alberta. They'll be AB1 heading into nationals, and the other team will be AB2 heading into nationals. Top 4 teams in the province qualify for nationals, so we've all qualified so far. Nationals this year in Ottawa. We're going to Ottawa for a week. Ringette Nationals, unlike anything else, super fun to go to. All right, let's see who's on the chat, Brad. Gordon Pat watching from Mexico. You'll be glad to know, Gordon Pat, that Soph is starting in goal. Number 1, Sophia Coley starting in goal. Phyllis Kane, your granddaughter Haley Kane, scored one of the craziest goals I've ever seen today. I've been in Ringette for a long time, and that was a crazy goal. Brad Kane says, Bill, sorry, you said 3 p.m. Just cake, wait to get started. Cake. Is that cake like your daughter, or cake by the ocean?
I'm hungry.
All right. Andrew Glesnick says, go, Rogue, go. Andrew, your daughter Avery is unbelievable on the check today. Oh, wow, we got some French here. Eric Lamauve. All right, hello, Eric, bonjour. All right, Nelson. Go, Rogue, go, Winnipeg fans. Hello, Nelson. Glad to have you aboard. Wicked Wanda and David watching from Moose Jaw. Hello, Wicked Wanda and David. Andrew says, Boise Bill, your voice sounds good. Andrew, I am so rough this weekend. Holy. I blew myself hoarse on Friday. It didn't sound right. And then I've struggled all weekend. Holy. Oh, Andrew says, it doesn't sound like you smoked a pack of Export A's. I'm fighting through it, Andrew. I'm fighting through it. Krista Wilkie says, let's go. Antuchar's online. Hello, Antuchar. All right, Wilkie's online too. Glad to have you guys. All right, Brad, what are you expecting?
Well, folks, we got a barn burner tonight. Zone 2 versus Calgary Rogue for all the marbles. What you want to see what you will see from Zone 2 is a really fast start. They've got fast skaters, great skaters, really quick ring movement. Rogue needs to match that in the first quarter, control it as much as we can before we can start to crack some holes in the goaltender. This game should be a barn burner. We are excited you're with us. How many are on the chat now?
Oh, we got 1, 2, 3 watching.
123 people watching strong. Let's hear it. We're up in Edmonton. We want to hear your voices. Go, Rogue, go.
All right. We got Kate and Moore watching. Let's go, Rogue. Trevor Wilkie, so I got to tell me what the H3J stands for, T. Wilkes. And I'm looking down my, got to find something here. Why can't I find it on my phone? Here it is. Want to say hi to Suzanne and Ken. Hello, Suzanne and Ken. They watch all the games. That's Sadie's grandparents, Suzanne and Ken. They're like me. They're not technologically advanced enough to get into the chat, so I promised Sarah I'd say hi. Hope you're having a great day, Suzanne and Ken. Hopefully you're watching, saying hi here. Glad to have you watching all the road games here. Calgary Road coming in as a home team. They're wearing red on red with the blue and white trim. Zone 2's coming in as a visiting team. They're wearing their white on navy blue with the orange and white trim. I'm going to do my best to not be screaming my head off all game. Also want to say hi to Doug McKillop, Addie's Papa, watching from Regina. Hi, Doug. Glad to have you aboard. Jocelyn said, can you say hi to Addie's Papa? And I said, I sure can. You know, in fact, Brad's going to say hi, Doug.
Hello, Cadence and Nicole. Hello, Grandma Phyllis. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Daphne. Hello to all the Cane fan watching. Oh, I got to say hi to Doug?
Yeah.
What up, Doug?
What up, Doug? What up, Doug in Regina? All right, have a little bit of fun here. Oh, look at the chat's exploding. Let me know where you're watching from. I'll do my best to keep up. Got the Blancourts watching from sunny Point Edward. Hopefully it's sunny and nice. Oh, and Elliot's watching. Elliot, I made sure that I told Lindsay I'm running my fingers through your hair. That's a promise and a threat. Uncle Kent's checking in. Hello, Kent. I'm looking at Les Rushwell right in front of me here. He's working the penalty box today. Minor official status. Good job, Uncle Kent. Glad to have you here. Rail Riv 5 says, go Rogue. I'm not sure who that is, but thanks for watching, Rail Riv 5. Pat's watcher from Ottawa. Pat says, let's do it again, Rogue. See y'all in Ottawa. Yay. Look forward to saying hello in person, Pat. Chiaki's watching. Hello, Chiaki. Eureka says, Omedeto gozaimasu. She says, Konnichiwa, Chiaki-san. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you for watching. All right, Doug Blancourt says, looking forward to Ottawa. Beautiful city. Hopefully it's warmer then. Yeah. Ottawa? Cold? Oh, well, it'll be the first week in April, so. All right. Warm-up is done. Referees are checking the nets. Got our coaching staff on the bench. We got head coach Sean. Then we got Coach Taylor, Coach Steve, Coach Megan, and Coach Aaliyah. Ready to bring you some action here. All right, Zone 2's the away team. They will start with the ring. We're bringing you 4 quarters, 10 minutes per quarter. And the winner will take home Provincial Gold and be Team Alberta. Yeah, 6-7. User Wi-Fi code says 6-7. All righty. Maddie Rice has the ring. Got to keep an eye on her. That's the most dangerous player on Zone 2. Zone 2's at center ice. They bump it into the sideboards. Maddie Rice has the ring. Feeds it strongly across to Kyla Kester. Kyla's got the ring. Kyle is looping across the top, drops it back to Maddie. Maddie's going to shoot it. Blocked by Tasha. Tasha, Jordan, and Jocelyn defending right now. Maddie goes all the way across. They're going to shoot. What a save by Sophia Coley. What a scoring chance by Zone 2. Sophia Coley, your starting goalie, number 1, makes a 10-bell save to start the game. That's going to be a violation on Zone 2. It's going to be a Calgary ring, goalie ring here. Soph's got 5 seconds to make a play. She just quickly drops it to Tasha. Here's Tasha Blackwell, 8 red. She's going to evade the forecheck, gets knocked down. She's going to throw it all the way out to the blue line. They're going to take a penalty on that play. There goes Soph skating to the bench. They're out to the neutral zone. There's Jordan Nero. Jordan puts it over to Jocelyn. Jocelyn tries to feed it across. It's intercepted by Zone 2. They'll get the whistle and we'll get the hooking call. So Tasha trying to jump middle, get hauled down. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty on Kyla Kester, number 6, also a dangerous player. Pat That is Avery's great aunt. Oh, we got Pat watching along. Avery's great aunt. I love it. Hello, Pat. How the heck are you? Ella Granberg. I know that name. Hello, Captain Ella. Watcher from Kingston. Go Rogue. Thanks for watching, Captain Ella. Tasha was really excited you were going to watch. All right, 2 minutes on the board. Kyla Kester, 2 for hooking. Calgary's got a 5-on-4 skater advantage. Here's Avery Klesnik, AK, looping around in the quiet ice. Avery drops it off to Addie. Hallie's on the attack as well. Addie with a shot, first shot on goal for Calgary. Zone 2 goalie's got it. She's going to drop it in behind the net. Here comes Zone 2, jumping middle on the backhand. Out to the neutral zone, bounce off the sideboards. Ella Begora's got the ring. She's going to go all the way across. Ring ends up in the crease, so it's going to be a crease violation on Zone 2. It'll be Calgary ring, goalie ring. You can see the quick break there by Zone 2 trying to get in on a breakaway there. Net came off the moorings. These look like ball hockey nets, not regular nets, but whatever. All right, here's Cameron Arrow with the ring, 14 red. Cam's going to feed it out to Alyssa. Alyssa's going to scamper out to the neutral zone, pick it up. Alyssa's going to backhand that down deep. Picked up there by Haley Kane. Kaner scored one of the nicest goals I've ever seen this morning. It's incredible. Haley cuts to the middle. Got stick check there. And Johnson's just going to rip that away. Backhand shot. That'll get the reset. And the goaltender's going to hang on to it. She's going to drop it in behind the net. Here comes Addison Hazelwood for Zone 2. Addie's got the ring. She's going to backhand it out to the neutral zone. Good pickup by Bryce Mullen, number 4. Bryce is just going to drill Lindsay with it. And JD comes up the ring, supports it over to Haley Kane. Kaner's got Tasha with the head of steam. Tasha's dropping in from the sideboards. Now she's in behind the net. She's going to let her offensive teammates pick up the ring, and now we got a line change. Addie's got the ring. Sophie Miller, Avery Klesnik out there on the attack. Addie's going to slow roll it, going to dangle through. Shooting lane closed up on her. We're down to 8 on the shot clock here. There's AK with the ring. Avery's going to shoot it. Got the reset, and we got the rebound. Addie's jamming away. She thought we did not get the reset, but we did. So it's going to be a goalie ring. Violation Calgary, goalie ring. Goaltender's looking to find a friend. Soph's going to read that beautifully. Sophie Miller read that goalie ring beautifully. Now she's got the ring. She's going to loop around. She's got Addie with her on that strong side. Avery on the weak side. There's a pass across to Avery. Goes off her skate. Picked up by Zone 2. Zone 2 is going to put that all the way high to Maddie Rice. Maddie's got the ring. 6 seconds left on the penalty. Maddie's going to throw down a home run corner, and Alyssa's going to battle down there. Maddie's going to be in there battling too. You got 2v2 down in the corner. And that's going to be a violation on Zone 2. It'll be Calgary goalie ring. Brad.
Yeah, as expected, strong start for both teams, but certainly with Zone 2. They're real quick, and they like to put it down deep into the zone, go chase it. With their speed, they can usually get there. We've got to be ready for it.
Thank you, Brad. Here's Alyssa with the ring. Slides it out to Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie with the nice stab, puts it into Layla. Layla with the good stab. We're on the attack. Layla didn't like the shooting lane. She's going to loop around in the quiet ice. Layla is going to drop it off for Tegan. Here's Tegan. Tegan Dick, number 10, red, gets a shot on goal, get the reset, and she'll be in on the forecheck here. Zone 2's looking to get out of the zone. They're going to bounce it out to the neutral zone. Tasha, the good man on Kyla Kester. Kyla's going to survive the check. She's going to backhand that in. Here comes Schwarzenberger from the defense position. She's in behind the net. I think that's Riley Schwarzenberger. She's going to loop around, drops it off to Maddie Rice. Maddie's going to go backhand, so makes the save. Rebound gets pushed into the crease. So's going to drop that off for Cameron Earl. Here's Cam. Cam's going to put it up the sideboards there. Zone 2's going to step up on it. They jam away on the sideboards. Still battling hard in there. Rings bounce around. Ref's letting them go. Kyla Kester had it and then lost it, then had it. And she's going to put it into Greenslade. Greenslade's got the ring. She's going to, thought about shooting, didn't like the angle. She's going to drop it off, and now Zone 2's got control in the zone. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Zone 2 circling around. They're going to drop it off to Ella Begora. Ella's going to rip it. Good pad save by Soph. Ella Begora loves to shoot. You don't want to let her shoot too often. She's got a great shot. Here comes Ella. Ella's going to drop it off. There's Bryce Mullen. Bryce backhands it out to Ella. Ella's going to lock and load and miss the net on that. Down to 15 on the shot clock. They got to reset at some point. Here's Bryce with the ring. Cutting across. She goes down low on the backhand. Down to 6 on the shot clock. They did not get the reset there. Oh, they did get it. All right, they got the reset on that. Tasha, Cam, and Jocelyn defending here. Zone 2's going for a line change. There's Maddie Rice off the bench. The ever dangerous Maddie Rice can loop around in the quiet ice. She's going to drag it, cut across, shoot. Good toe save by Soph. Rebound comes out front. Emma Isley puts it back to Maddie. Maddie's going to shoot it again. Soph makes another save. We need a line change here. There goes Tasha. Lindsay's going to step in. Elliot's girls now in the action. Cameron needs a change. Jordan's out there at the line, walking the line, waiting for a change. There's Kyla Kessler's going to shoot it and score. All right, first goal goes to zone 2. That was a lot of time in the Calgary zone. We couldn't get it clear. And zone 2 ends up scoring the first goal of the game. Brad.
Yeah, that's just a question of possession right there. Zone 2 had that ring for way too long. Leads to a number of offensive chances, which they capitalize on. As we said before, they start strong and they really control that zone when they have it with their speed. We got to make sure we take control of that ring and keep it down to their end.
All right, thanks, Brad. Hey, I want to say hi to the U19 Angels from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Thanks for tuning in, Angels. Team Manitoba gets Alberta 2 in the pool at CRC. So, Team Manitoba, watch along here. Hello, Winnipeg Angels. Glad to have you. All right, Calgary's got the ring down low. Sophie Miller's got it, 17 red. She's going to loop around in the quiet ice, cutting across the top. Sophie's going to be backhand here. She gets tied up in the mud. She backhands it and scores! Wow. Just like that, Sophie Miller ends up draining the shot. Bit of a nothing play, but on the replay you can see Soph just protecting the ring. Kind of stuck in the mud here. She's on her backhand, and she's just going to rip that backhand right there. Ends up finding the back of the net, so make it 1-1. Calgary draws even. We got 4:15 left in the first quarter. Oh, up and down on this bench. Too old for this action. All right, zone 2 is quickly down in the zone on the attack. Here's Kyla Kessler across the top. Jocelyn putting pressure on her. Pass across to Maddie. Maddie lost control of the ring, and Tegan's got it. Tegan puts it out to the neutral zone, threw it away a little bit there. And Taniguchi's going to feed it all the way down to Kyla Kessler again. Kyla's going to dangle, gets knocked down. And they're going to call Kyla in the crease. That's a goalie ring, crease violation. Sophia's dog says go Rogue. All right. Sophia's dog is wow, wow, bow, wow, go Rogue. There's a support pass over to Alyssa. Alyssa goes right up the gut to Jocelyn. Jocelyn goes down deep to Layla. Nice pickup by Layla. Layla's on the attack, drops it off to Tegan. Here's young Teagues, drops it off to Addie. We're down to 10 on the shot clock. Addie's going to loop around, setting up the attack. She's got Haley and JD out there now with her. Addie goes down to Haley. Haley's going to try to get that shot, and we're going to burn the 30-second shot clock. Violation, Calgary, goalie ring. Addie hands the goalie the ring, says, here you go, brother. And that's a goalie ring for zone 2. Maddie Rice has the ring. She's going to jump middle on Addie, puts it up to the neutral zone there. Ella Bagor's got the ring, tries to feed it in, bounces off an ankle, and then Ella just bowls her way into the attack zone, and now JD's got the ring in the neutral zone. It's going to be a turnover there. We've got sticks and legs all over the place here. Here comes Hazelwood. She's going to loop around in the quiet ice. She goes down low. Zone 2 setting up the attack here. It's Ella Bagora cutting across the top. She's going to unload that cannon. Soph makes a good save. There you go, Soph's dog. She made a good save for you. Tasha's under pressure here. Tasha's going to... Oh, they're going to call a violation. I didn't see it, Brad.
They called 4 in. I'm just not sure if I saw that toe tip into across the ringette line, but must have.
I'm guessing that Captain Ella saw the 4 in. Good job, Captain Ella, but I missed it. So it's 4 in Calgary, violation at zone 2 ring. There's 12 white. Ella Bagora looks towards the net, didn't like it, puts it to the quiet ice. Emma Isley, lots of time for that kid. I like her a lot. Puts it across. Zone 2, gonna feed it back. They like working across the top here. Here comes Ella. Ella cuts across the top, look at a dangle. Hallie's gonna steal the ring from her. Move it or lose it, violation. Calgary ring, goalie ring. So's gonna quickly drop it to Alyssa. There's Alyssa Walter, 2 red. She's gonna dangle her forechecker, slides it out to Sophie Miller. Soph battling with the ring there, goes over to get it. Now she's got it. Soph's gonna put it in the middle of the ice. They're going to call that a both sides violation. They're going to say Soph carried it over the ice. Oh, we got producer Susan. Hello, producer Susan, watching from New York City. And my BFF producer Susan, watching from New York. This is Ben and Rye, watching from Calgary. Go Cam and Dad, Coach Sean. Hello, Ben and Rye. Cheering hard for Coach Sean and Cam. Zone 2 of the center ice free pass. They're going to walk the blue, looking for a friend. We got 152 people watching. Thanks for giving up your Sunday afternoon. All right. Zone 2's into the zone. Good protection there. Kyla's going to drive it. Oh, that's number 5. She cuts to the middle. Good shot, good save. Might have been Soph's best save of the game. Wow, she had a 10-beller already. Tasha's got the ring. Tasha's going to put it out to the neutral zone. Zone 2 is right at the blue line there. Good turnaround there by the defenseman. And then Tasha's going to steal that ring back. Tasha's going one way. She puts it out to Layla. Layla's got the ring. Layla goes back to Tasha. Tasha's got lots of ice now. Tasha's going to put it into JD. Here goes speedy JD. Lots of speed, JD. In behind the net, 3 red, JD Patel. Out there with Addie and Kaner. Here's Addie. Going to get the backhand shot. Got the reset. And Calgary's battling for the ring. There we go. JD comes up with it. Over across to Kaner. Kaner's going to walk in. Didn't like the shooting lane. Goes back to JD. JD's going to take a cross check from Maddie Rice. Wow. Playing for keeps here. Haley Kane's got the quiet ice ring. Cutting across the top. Goes to her backhand. Goes to her forehand. Down to JD. JD gets the 30-second reset. And the ring's bouncing around. Zone 2's just going to clear it into the corner. Addie's going to go get it. Addie and her check go down. And JD's got the ring. They're going to call it move it or lose it on Calgary. It's going to be goalie ring for Zone 2. Zone 2 goalie's got the ring. She's going to look to drop it to the side of the net that closed up, so she goes to the opposite corner. And here comes Zone 2. Going to feed it all the way out. That long go pass. Over the blue line, we got a 2-on-1 developing. Going to walk in, go backhand. Soap makes a good save. There's Alyssa battling hard. Alyssa's going to support it over to Jordan. Here comes Jordan Hero, 4 red. Up the sideboards, throws it back over to Alyssa. Alyssa's got the ring. Alyssa goes against the grain to Addie. Here's Addie with the ring. 18 red, Addison Yoja. She feeds it in, but Zone 2 picks it off. We're down to 5 seconds left in the quarter. Zone 2 trying to get over the blue line. They're just going to shoot it in. Soph makes the easy save, and that's it for the quarter. In rink, they got the shots 9-8. We'll make it 9-9 now. So they got the shots 9-9, score 1-1. Very even game. Let's see who else I got here. Uncle Jimmy loved that goal. Oh yeah? Tell me why. Spinning backhand shot, hey? Lee Sauer. Hello, Lee Sauer, one of my favorite people in the whole world. Go Rogue from the Sauer family. Hopefully Lily's watching too. I got lots of time for Lily Sauer too. Thanks for watching the Sauer family. Gina Marcia from Thunder Bay, watching for a great win, Rogue. Gina Marcia, long-time watchers, long-time viewers of Ringette. Love it. Doug Blankhorn says, fast game, it's exciting. You know it, Doug. Brad, a little instant analysis, brother.
Yeah, outstanding first quarter for both teams, actually. I think we talked about before, as we said before, Zone 2 likes to start really fast and like to control that ring down in the offensive end. They did have a lot of control, but you can see that the Rogue was starting to push back. On Friday when we played this team, we went down by 3 in the first quarter because of that speed. So we've been able to match them. We're sitting at 1-1 going into the second period. And so far, quite impressed. Soph is playing great back in goal there. Both tenders are playing really, really well. So coming into this next quarter, want to keep the pressure on, see if we can put a few behind her.
I got a great story before we start the game. Tim Coley is running our camera. He put an earpiece in on Friday, and the earpiece left the rubber part inside his ear. The earpiece came off inside his ear. He's like, yeah, no problem. He goes out to his truck. He's got needle-nose pliers, and he pulled out the earpiece from inside his ear with his needle-nose pliers. What a guy. I just love it. All right, here we go. Calgary at the ring to start the second quarter. Support pass over to Cameron. Cameron's going to put it into Jocelyn. Jocelyn driving down Main Street. She goes down low to Kaner. Just slid past her. Here's Haley Kane, 7 red. Kaner with the ring. She's going to go down low, bounces off a stick. JD is going to pick it up. 6. We're down to 12 on the shot clock. JD goes down low to Kane. Kane's going to backhand that. Well, that was Jocelyn, pardon me. Jocelyn with a good backhander. Maddie Rice has the ring. Here comes Maddie. She's going to accelerate like a Tasmanian devil. Walks the blue, puts it out. And Zone 2 is going to be down the sideboard. It's being watched carefully there by Cameron. They're going to jump to the middle. There's a pass across. We're going to draw a penalty here against Calgary. Referee's got her hand up. Zone 2 is going to settle it down. Goalie's on the bench. They're going to put 4 in the zone. The goalie's out, and now they got 4 in the zone. There's a pass down low. It's Emma Isley controlling the ring. Emma's got the ring. She's going to drive across the top, drops it back to Kyla. Maddie ends up picking up the ring. They're down to 13 on the shot clock. Maddie Rice is going to shoot. It goes off the side of the net. It's not a reset. There we go. And then Alyssa ends up getting the ring. They're going to call a, I didn't see it, looked like a body penalty. All right, Cameron's going to go sit for 2. Yeah, they're going to call it a body penalty on Cameron. Okay. Ella Delow, the Delows are watching. Hello, the Delows. Thanks for watching, Ella. Tasha's going to be glad you're watching. Addison Hazelwood starts with the ring, pumps it over to Bryce Mullen. Here's Bryce. 4 white behind the net, coming out the other side. Bryce is coming out on the backhand, tries to go, and they're going to roof and score. It's a really nice pass by Bryce Mullen inside the triangle. They elevate it, get it right up in the top corner. Zone 2 scores again. It's going to make it a 2-1 game for Zone 2, Brad.
Well, folks, we need to stay out of the penalty box. This is a theme for us when we played this team before. And the more time that we spend shorthanded, the more goals get scored against us. So we got to make sure that we stay disciplined in our zone.
Center ice free pass for Calgary. Here's Jordan with the ring. Jordan's going to walk the blue, slides it into JD. JD's into the attack zone. JD's in behind the net. She's got Kaner. There's Kaner with the ring. Haley Kane dancing around, puts it down to JD. JD's going to step out. Good save by the goalie. Rebound. Hallie Rushfeld couldn't get the shot on net. They didn't give us a reset on that, so I guess we did not get a shot on net. JD's got the ring. We're going to burn the shot clock here, and there's the whistle. All right, so no shot. It's a 30-second shot clock violation. That'll be Zone 2 ring. Going to be a goalie ring. She's got 5 seconds to make a play. There's the whistle. Goaltender's going to drop it to the side of the net. Maddie Rice has the ring. Playing a bit of a soft umbrella on the forecheck here. Maddie Rice puts it all the way out to Kyla Kester. Kyla goes back to Maddie. Maddie racing in. Maddie's always a stretch threat. We got Alyssa, Jordan, and Hallie defending right now. Maddie feeds it into the crease. Soph makes that save. She comes up with the ring again, but Zone 2's in the crease. That's going to be a crease violation, and that's going to be goalie ring for Calgary. Soph's got the ring. She's going to drop it into Alyssa. Alyssa's going to jump middle. Alyssa's under pressure. She's going to cycle back. Being watched by Emma Isley. Puts it out to Avery Kliznik. There's Avery. Avery's going to bounce it all the way down inside the zone. We got a 2-on-1 here. Jocelyn driving 1 against 1. She's going to walk in, shoot, and score. Had a 2-on-1 developing there. Jocelyn walks in and drains it. See on the replay here that Avery just dumps it in. Jocelyn goes to get the ring. We got a 2-on-1 here. Jocelyn ends up driving 1-on-1 against the defender. Changes the shooting lane and absolutely drains it. It's a smart play by Jocelyn to change the shooting lane. Coach Lee will tell you, change that shooting lane up, right? Home run pass by Zone 2 off the center ice free pass. Ella Bagora down low comes up with the ring. Ella cutting across the top. She's out at the ringette line there. Good stick check there. The ring's bouncing around. There's a backhand spinning shot. Soph makes a great save. Those backhand spin shots are really hard to figure out. Addie's got the ring. 2-foot pass out to Tegan. Tegan's under pressure. Tasha's going to go over. She's going to bump in. They're going to call a penalty here. It's going to be a tripping penalty. And a body. They're going to call 2 penalties here. So we'll wait and see. I saw her indicated trip and a body. Looks like Ella's going for 1, Tasha's going for 1. All right, so they're going to call 1 for the body, 1 for the trip. Probably doesn't matter much which one's which. I'm falling behind on the chat here. Hi, Ali from Medicine Hat. She's saying go for gold. Lloyd Hooper says, let's go Blaze. Oh my God, Lloyd Hooper, get off our chat. Soph C is one of my favorite humans. We love you, Chica. All right. Go Road Watcher from Ottawa. We're going to come see you in Ottawa. Grandma and Grandpa Hooper are watching Maddie Rice. Oh my God. What are you doing on our feed? Get off our feed. It's a Calgary feed, brother. All right. Calgary with the ring. Jocelyn just scored the goal. She goes down low to Jordan. We got some 4-on-4 action. Here's Jocelyn with the ring. Gonna drop it off for JD. JD drops it back to Jordan. Jordan goes back to JD. Dancing around the top. Got to get a shot on that. We're down to 9 on the shot clock. JD goes down to Jordan. Contested ring down there, and Zone 2 is going to come up with a loose ring. Zone 2 is going to look to exit the zone here. Going to walk the blue. Claire Taniguchi is going to put it out to Kyla Kester in the neutral zone. Kyla's going to go backwards to go forwards here. She's going to walk the blue looking for a friend. She home run passes it down to Maddie Rice. There's Maddie down in the corner. Maddie puts it back up to Kyla. They're down to 6 on the shot clock. Kyla's going to loop around on the quiet ice. Looking to drive. Backhand shot. Soph makes easy save. Rebound back into the crease. And Soph will pick that up. So it's going to drop into Jordan Nero. Here's Jordan. Zone 2's backing up into his own defense. Here's Jordan. Puts it out to Hallie Rushfeld. Hallie picks up the ring. 4-on-4 action. We got a little more ice out there. Hallie's going to feed it into Haley Kane. One of the fastest players on the team. Haley Kane's got it. Phyllis is one of Phyllis's favorite grandchildren. Just going to shoot that towards the net. Miss the net. Hallie's got it. We're down to 4 on the shot clock. And we're going to burn the shot clock. That's a violation. All right, goalie ring for zone 2. She's going to drop it in beside the net. Here comes zone 2 with the breakout, jump middle. Backhand pass out to the neutral zone, picked up by Cameron Earl. Nice little shimmy shake to get around her check. Here comes Haley driving 1 against 2. Get a line change happening here. Haley Kane has got the ring, drops it off there to Alyssa. Alyssa just going to slow roll it. We got a real slow line change going on here. Alyssa drops it off to Addie. Addie 1 against 1. Just missed the open side. Nice shot. Avery Kay's got it. Here's AK. She's going to backhand it. Misses that up high. Penalties are over, and the players are back out on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5 action. Zone 2's on the attack here, looking to walk that blue line. They're going to put it right in the middle. Ella Bagor is going to pick it up, except Avery got there first. Avery's got it. Avery's going to backhand that out. Zone 2 will steal that loose ring. Zone 2 up the sideboards. Zone 2 over the blue line now. Here goes Addison Hazelwood. Addie's got the ring. Slides it down inside the triangle. Pass goes back to Addie. Hazelwood's got the ring now on the quiet ice. Lindsay Jordan defending. Addie's up top. Here is 12, Ella Bagora. Been around it all game so far. Maddie Rice fresh off the bench, cuts across the middle. She's going to shoot it. Soph makes that pad save. Soph's going to flare that out to Lindy B. There's Elliot's girlfriend. She's going to support it over to Jordan. Jordan's going to skate hard to go get that ring. We got 4 minutes left in the second quarter and a half. It's a 2-2 game right now. Jordan Nero goes all the way out to JD. There's speedy JD Patel. JD's got the ring. She's around her forechecker. She backhands it, deflects in right into the top of the crease. Jocelyn out of nowhere comes in and violation Calgary. That'll be goalie ring for zone 2. All right, goalie ring for zone 2. Now we got a tighter man on. We had backed up into a soft umbrella coverage, but now we a little tighter man on. That ring goes over both blue lines. I don't know why they were able to touch it. Maybe it was touched in the neutral zone. At any rate, Jocelyn's got the ring. Jojo drops it off to Tasha. Tasha's going to jump middle, looking to exit the zone. Tasha couldn't find anybody. She's going to cycle back. Now she goes up the sideboards, finds Tegan. Tegan supports it back to Cameron. Went off her skate. And then zone 2 is going to throw right back to Tasha. Tasha's out to Hallie. Hallie couldn't get there. Going to bump into her player. Loose ring comes into the zone 2 zone. Here come the Blaze. Blaze dancing around, put it out to the neutral zone. Alyssa's going to check her player there. That ring's going to score it out to Haley Kane. Kaner's got it. She's going to feed it over to Alyssa Walter. Alyssa's going to jump in from the D spot, walks in, backhand, shoots it way up over the net. I like the play, just went up a little bit too high, and they lost the ring. They'll have to get a new ring here. All right, let's see here. Christine Summers says, woo! Doug Blankhorn says, nice goal. Vancouver Island says, please don't forget to give the stream team a like to grow the game. Lots of viewers today. 173 people, so give it a like. Enjoy the game, enjoy what we do. It's a defensive zone free pass for zone 2. They put it all the way out to the neutral zone. Jordan keeping a close eye on her player. Zone 2 is going to bat it into the quiet ice. Jordan battling hard against Ella Bagora. That's going to be a move it or lose it violation on Jordan. Brad.
Yeah, this is excellent action. Nice and fast, back and forth. Teams are matching their energy. Anytime Zone 2 and a Calgary AA team get together to play, it's usually a great match. So we're enjoying some really good ringette. Next thing is just make sure we keep the pressure on.
Gonna whistle that in. Good shot right off the center, off the O-zone free pass. Soph makes a blocker save. Zone 2 controlling the ring in the offensive zone. Goes back. Up high, pass across the top. Ella Bagor shoots and scores. Kind of felt it coming. Ella's been around it all game. She loves to shoot, that girl. So 2:15 left in the second quarter. Zone 2 scores her third goal of the game. It's going to make it 3-2 for Zone 2. Ella Bagor just made it 3-2 for Zone 2. And that's going to be a center ice free pass for Calgary. The referee is going to give the signal, blow it in. Here we go. Cameron Earl's got the ring. He's going to feed it over to Alyssa Walter. Here's Alyssa's going to walk the blue. Tries to feed it in, stolen by Zone 2. Zone 2 on the quick transition game in through the neutral zone. Emma Isley's going to put it off of Alyssa. She'll go get the ring herself. Here's Emma, number 16, White. Puts it back to Kyla Kester, 6 White. Kyla going to walk in, dangles through a triangle and scores. Well, Soph was pretty deep on that. Soph was right on the goal line. Kyla Kester dangles through the triangle. She loves to do that, and she put it right upstairs. So that makes it 4-2 Zone 2 right now. Minute 49 left in the quarter. So 2 quick ones for Zone 2. Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, a player like Kyla Kester is just a real weapon, so they've got a few on there. You got to make sure in front of them so the shot is contested.
Center ice free pass for Calgary. Lindsay's got the ring. Liddy B is going to feed it right down the middle. JD couldn't come up with a stab, and Zone 2's got the turnover. Zone 2's going to put it out to the neutral zone. Zone 2's really skating well right now. They're really transitioning through the neutral zone. Zone 2's going to bounce it off a couple of skates, and Addie's got the ring. Addie's going to feed it out to Haley Kane. Here comes Kaner. Kaner's going to walk the blue. Turns around, looking for a friend. Now she's going to feed it into JD. JD's going to start the attack. 17 on the shot clock. JD puts it back out to Haley Kane. Kaner's going to shoot it. Good save by the goalie. And the rebound picked up by Zone 2 behind the net. They're going to look to exit the zone. Zone 2's going to drop it back. Now they're going to have a clean breakout. Lots of ice for the Zone 2 defender. Going to walk that blue. They're going to bounce it out. Maddie Rice picks it up. Maddie goes all the way back. The old back to go forwards trick, but now they're down to 12 on the shot clock, and they're still behind their net. Pass goes up the middle, and JD's going to pick it up. That's going to be a both sides violation on Calgary. That's just a little unfortunate. JD stabbed it just inside the blue, pulled it over the blue, and that's going to be a violation. Both sides. You can't touch throwing on both sides of the blue line. All right, Lee Sauer says, great job, Bill, Brad, and crew. Hate to leave this entertaining game, but got to go play Wrath. Hey, Lee, knock him dead, buddy. Go, Rage, go. That's for Lee Sauer. All right, pass across the top there. Zone 2 on the attack. Hallie's got the ring. Hallie's going to loop around. Hallie's going to loop back again. We're down to 25 seconds left in the quarter and the half. Hallie will loop back a third time, puts it back to Tasha. Tasha's going to accelerate around her check. Tasha's going to put it up to Hallie. Tasha's got a head of steam. She'll get the return pass. She's looking to drive in. No shooting lane. 10 seconds. Tasha puts it all the way out to Hallie. Hallie's going to dangle. Hallie's going to shoot it. Goalie makes that save. 3 seconds left in the quarter. And we're going to get a buzzer. There we go. End of the quarter, end of the half. Alrighty, so we had some entertaining action. 2 quick goals by Zone 2 has put them up 4-2. See if we can battle back here. Brad, any instant analysis, brother?
I'm just really thoroughly enjoying the game. Both teams playing really, really well. I think all the goals that they've put in so far have been good goals. So.
Okay, thank you, Brad. So how do we get here? Looks like they're warming up. So they're warming up Sadie Blankhorn. So we'll see if Sadie's just getting some shots. I don't know if she's going to come in or not. So in the regular season, there's 7 teams in Alberta. So we play each team twice to make up the regular season standings. And Calgary went 11 wins and a tie for 23 out of 24 possible points. And then Zone 2, so we finished first in the standings. And Zone 2 incredibly finished 6th. I don't even know how many points they had, but it wasn't a lot. There's no place on this God's green earth that Zone 2 is a 6th place team out of 7. It's incredible. And they went through Esso like nobody's business. They won Esso. They scored like 60 goals in 6 games, and they cleaned up Esso. Now they're working hard to win provincial gold here. This Zone 2 team, it's a very good team, very quick. They transition very, very quickly. All right, looks like we're got a change in goal here. Sadie Blankhorn, 31 Red's going to be heading back to the net. All right, we got lots of time here. We can score a couple of goals. Game right now is 4-2 for Zone 2. By the way, you can see on the stream here that lady's head in the way of the camera, that is the shot clock operator. So she is running the shot clock. She's got the best view in the house. Needs to be able to run the shot clock. All right, center ice free pass for Zone 2. Slowly walking the blue line. They're going to bounce it in. Maybe a little bit too much respect there on number 12. Ella's going to cycle around. Goes up to her forehand. Tasha going to step into that loose ring. Tasha gets knocked down. They're going to call a penalty on that play. Tasha's going to draw a penalty here. Ella's battling hard. Jordan's got the ring here. Drops it back to Tasha. We can't get out of our own zone. And Zone 2 is going to take a penalty, a hooking penalty here. You can see Zone 2, Brad's got a little bit more motivation right now. They got a little more intensity. They're just a half step ahead of our girls.
Yeah, we thumped them pretty good on Friday. They were up 3-0 in the first quarter. We came back, scored six straight to beat them 6-3. So they got a reason they want to win this, not only just for the goal, for a little bit of redemption.
All right, so Hallie's got the ring on the ozone free pass. Hallie cutting across the top, looking for that net. Shooting lane close up on her. She's got Addie and Avery out there now. Here's Avery, backhands that all the way through. Addie's going to pick it up on the far side. 15 left on the shot clock. Addie circling around, protects the ring. There's a shot, just missed that open corner. Avery's going to go get that loose ring. And they're going to call Avery, oh my gosh. They're going to call a boarding penalty on Avery. Wow. All right, I'll let you say it.
That's a terrible call. Come on.
Alrighty, so Avery is checking her player. The player ends up in the air, kicks her feet up in the air, and it's good enough for the referee to call a boarding penalty. Gail Blankhorn says, grab the next goal, Rogue. Gail, I could not agree with you more. We definitely need to score the next goal, Gail. All right, here we go. Ozone free pass for Zone 2. They got their big guns out right now. Maddie and Kyla and the number 3. Here's Maddie slow rolling it, sizing up. She goes down low to Kyla Kester. Kyla behind the back right to Maddie. Maddie's going to rip it. Sadie makes her first save of the second half. Jocelyn, Lindsay, and Tasha defending right now. All 3 captains on the ice. Maddie's going to try to go through the triangle. Backhands it. Good stick there by Tasha, and Lindsay picks up the loose ring. Here comes Captain Lenny B. Going to walk the blue. She's going to feed it over to the sideboards. JD battling hard. It's turned over to Zone 2. We got 4-on-4 action here. Ella's still in the box. Avery's still in the box. So 4-on-4 action. Zone 2 controls the ring. Maddie goes all the way up high to the blue line. She's looking to drive right down Main Street. Trying to dangle around. She's waving to her player like move around a little bit here. Maddie's going to drive against Tasha, and Jocelyn gets a shot on net. Sadie grabs a rebound in the crease. We're going to call a crease violation on Calgary. Got to stay out of the crease. 166 people watching. Appreciate you giving up some time to watch this beautiful game. It's going to be an ozone free pass for Zone 2. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Okay. All right. Emma Isley's got the ring behind the net. Emma's coming out. Goes across the top. All the way over to Addison Hazel and Addie. Protecting the ring on her backhand. Alyssa's giving chase there. Addie goes into the middle of the triangle. Backhand shot just missed. You can see Zone 2's attack in the middle of the triangle, trying to get that player right inside the apple pie right there. Zone 2's going to step out. They got the ring. Tied up there hard by Jordan. Move it or lose a violation. That'll be Calgary ring. Sadie's going to just drop it to the side of the net. Alyssa's got lots of ice to break out. Zone 2 penalty's over. Alyssa's just going to throw it right to Ella. Stepped right out of the penalty box. Here comes Claire Taniguchi. Claire walking the center ice line, puts her down deep to Ella Begora. Ellis looked like she stepped on the ring, but no harm, no foul. We're out to the neutral zone. Here's Haley Kane. She tried to drag it in. Hallie ended up picking it up. Good drag pass by Kaner. Kane's got the ring. Haley goes in behind the net. We're going to do a line change here. Cameron Earl's going to step in from D. She's got the ring now. Here goes Cam in behind the net. She's got JD and Addie out there as well. Drops it off for JD. JD cuts across the top shooting lane, just missed the net. Addie's going to pick up that loose ring. They gave a reset on that, so she must have grazed the poster or the goalie. Addie puts it up high to Sophie Miller. Here comes Soph. Going to accelerate. Walks thin, shoots, just missed the net. Driving the triangle. I like it, Soph. Good job. Sophie Miller's going to accelerate out to the quiet ice. Here comes Soph. Protecting the ring, going backwards. Backhand spinning shot. Scored on one of those before, not this time. Zone 2 picks up the rebound. Brooklyn Monroe, one of their captains, dancing around at the ringette line. She's going to backhand it out to the quiet ice to Maddie Rice. Maddie drops it to Hazelwood. Hazelwood feeds it in. Bryce Mullins got it. Good zone entry, good transition. Bryce cutting across the top, protecting the ring on her backhand here. 6:05 left in the third quarter. 4-2 for Zone 2 right now. There's a shot, good save by Sadie. Sadie's going to hang on to the ring. She's going to throw it out to the sideboards, all the way out to Avery Kliznik. Avery's going to feed it all the way out. Maddie Rice is going to pick that off. Loose ring. Maddie's going to go quickly down in. There's Kyla Kester with the ring. Kyla's going to slow roll it here. Got to avoid those turnovers in the neutral zone, eh, Brad?
That is a hallmark. We got to make sure we keep control of that ring. Get in the neutral zone, down deep into the zone.
Maddie's got the ring on the sideboards here. Maddie's going to just shoot it, deflects off the defender, and then she tries to backhand it. Goes way up over the netting. And that's 2 rings that have gone over the netting. So they're going to grab another ring from the scorekeeper booth here. All right. Maureen has got homemade tacos, a beer, and championship ringette. Pretty good afternoon here in Shaughnessy. Go Rogue. Hello, Boss Brennan. Hello, wonderful Maureen. Maureen is the newest ringette fan for the Rogue. All right, we got both rings there that went over the end glass. It's going to be a defensive zone free pass for the Rogue. These happen pretty infrequently, so Zone 2 is going to back up into a trap defense, so we got lots of room just to make that pass. Here's Alyssa with the ring. Alyssa's going to walk the blue. We got a little malfunction at the junction. That's where the trap defense causes trouble. Alyssa's going to feed that out to Layla. Layla gets spun around there. And they're going to call move it or lose it on Calgary. That's his Zone 2 ring. So the trap defense is where they back up and they just stand the blue line and they're like, try to get through us. And right there, we could not get through the trap. Zone 2's a master at switching between man on and trap defense. And that time the trap defense worked. That's a turnover for them. Here's Zone 2 with the ring. Claire Taniguchi's going to walk the blue, bounces it into the zone, picked off by Avery. Avery quickly out to Sophie Miller. Soph's got the ring. She's going to feed it in, threw it away, and Zone 2 is going to pick up that loose ring. Bryce Mullins got the ring, goes in behind the net. She feeds it out there. Addie right there to steal it. Addie had one hand on the stick. Addie's going to take a penalty here. Yeah, that's the right call. Addie pushed her player down to the ice, and that's a penalty. So Addie may be a little frustrated, pushed a little hard. Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we're just getting a little too quick with that ring, a little bit too liberal with the passes. Got to make sure put it onto a stick and where that stick is going, not into the skates.
Thank you, Brad. I put on some fresh chapstick while Brad was giving you that instant analysis. Maddie's got the ring. Maddie's looking to shoot it. Rips that shot wide. Zone 2 picks it up on the other side. This is Kyla Kester circling in the quiet ice. Kyla loves to do that. She drops it. It's into the skates, and JD picks it up. They're going to call 4 in Calgary. They're going to say JD was inside the zone when she touched it. That's a 4-in violation. 4:21 left in the third quarter. They got the shots, 23 for Zone 2, 13 for Calgary. So we definitely need a few more shots on goal here. All right. Ozone free pass for Maddie. Maddie's going to put it over to Emma Isley. Emma might have had a shot there but couldn't come up with the ring. Emma's going to go all the way across to the other side. And there's Kyla. She lives in that quiet ice, loves it there. She's going to loop around again in her little house. Now she's going to try to dangle. Hallie picks her up. Kyla goes down low to Maddie. Maddie Rice has the ring down to 8 on the shot clock. Maddie's going to shoot it. Sadie makes the save. The rebound. And the rebound went off the post. Wow, little lucky for us. We'll take it. Loose ring there. Cameron couldn't get there. Kyla picks it up. Here's Kyla cutting across, trying to get that shot on net. Referee's got her hand up for another penalty. This is going to be a problem here. We got a second penalty coming. We're not going to touch it. We're trying to let time run off a little bit. And then the ring ends up behind the net. They're going to call Hallie Rushveld for a cross-check. So this is trouble. We got 50 seconds of a 3-on-2. I always say penalties don't matter, but when you've got two of them, that's where they do. So this would be a 3-on-2. We're putting Lindsay and Tash out to defend right now. And Zone 2 is going to go their big guns. Kyla Kester, Maddie Rice, Emma Isley. Maddie feeds it over to Emma. Emma goes up high to Kyla. Kyla goes down low to Emma. Emma goes up high to Kyla, back down low to Emma. They're trying to set up that weasel pass to Maddie. Kyla's going to shoot it. Good save by Sadie. The ring's bouncing around. Lindsay comes up with it. Strong leg ball. Lindsay puts it down the ice. Good job, Lenny B. Zone 2 is going to try to get it back in as quickly as they can. They're through the neutral zone. They're back into the zone. Kyla driving 1 against 2. Feeds it over. Went right past Emma Isley. 19 seconds left in this 3-on-2. Maddie's going to shoot it. Good save by Sadie. Kyla's going to walk in, just shoots it, and Sadie makes that save. Sadie's going to flare it out to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to battle for the ring. Jocelyn's going to rip that all the way down the ice. That will eat up the 3-on-2. So Calgary survives a long 3-on-2. Now it's a 5-on-4 skater advantage for Zone 2. Kyla goes down, home run pass in the corner to Emma. Emma being watched. Oh, what a goal! Emma Isley puts it out to Maddie Rice, and Maddie Rice shoots and scores. One-timer. Might have caught our defense napping a little bit there. Emma feeds it out. Maddie one-times it. Brett.
Yeah, just a really nice play there from Zone 2. Right out to Maddie Rice, just an absolute weapon. She gets that ring in her stick and no one in front of her. She's going to find a net. So down 3. We've been in this position before against this team as we were on Friday. So it's time to turn the Jets on. Our team just needs to get a little more responsible with the ring, a little more aggressive in the offensive zone. We should be okay.
Thanks, Brad. A little water break there. Appreciate Brad a lot. Alyssa's got the ring, feeds it right into Jocelyn. I feel like we haven't been in the attack zone for several minutes now. Jocelyn with speed, dangling around, looking for that shooting, and puts it over to Avery. And Soph's going to bat the ring there. Ring battling around there. Alyssa gets jammed in the boards, and they're not going to call a penalty. That's crazy. All right, Jocelyn's got the ring. Jocelyn protects the ring. Looking for a shooting lane. There it is. Goalie makes a save. They're going to call a penalty. Wow, they're calling Jocelyn for the slash. All right. Maybe that's a penalty born out of a little frustration. Jocelyn's got 2 for the slash. And Brad, when we lose a penalty game, we tend to lose the game.
We definitely do. We've had a parade of people into the penalty box, and you can see it. Like, we just haven't had any offensive flow. We got to stay out of the box and be effective.
Yeah, that's right. When we're playing 5-on-4, 5-on-3, it's really hard to play in the offensive zone. Zone 2, right out to the center of the ice. Goes out to JD. JD, again, picked it up inside the zone. That's a 4-in violation. It's a game of inches sometimes. JD picks it up inside the ringette line. And that's a 4-in violation again. They could have called it a penalty, yep. It's always based on, Sean just said it could have called it a penalty. And yeah, if it interferes with the play, sometimes they do call it a penalty. Maddie Rice has the ring. Little kickback pass to Kyla. Kyla back up top to Maddie. Maddie's going to backhand. A good save by Sadie. Emma Isley's going to pick it up. Cam, Tasha, and Addie defending out front to Maddie. Maddie's going to shoot it. Good save by Sadie. Rebound, bouncing around. Ring ends up in the crease, and Sadie picks it up. Sadie's going to flare that out to Addie. Addie's got Cameron. Cameron couldn't pick up the ring, and that's going to be a turnover. Zone 2's coming the other way. Kyla Kester's got the ring. Kyla's going to loop around. Got 1:07 left in the third quarter. Calgary's in a hole here, down 5-2. Bryce Boland's got the ring. 1 against the world here. She's waiting for a line change. Bryce is going to go way out past the ringette line. Now she's back in the zone. Down to 4 on the shot clock. She's just going to backhand it in. Sadie makes a save. And then Addie's going to pick up the ring. They're calling a penalty on Zone 2, so we got a delayed call against Zone 2 coming up. Hallie's got the ring. Got 37 seconds left. See if we can make some magic. We're going to put 4 in the zone. That's a really slow line change. Addie's got the ring now. Now we got 4 in the zone. Addie's got the ring. She's just going to shoot it. Hit the crossbar, right off the crossbar. Bounce in front. Jordan picks it up. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Addie's got the ring. Addie across to Hallie. Hallie back to Addie. Addie's going to shoot it. Deflects off skates. Haley Kane's going to pick it up. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Haley goes up top to Addie. Addie's going to walk in, shoots it. Good blocker save. Rebound behind the net. Kaner's going to try to step out. There's the shot. And that ends up in the crease. And there goes the buzzer. It's going to be a tripping penalty on zone 2. And the end of the third quarter here. Back up to 179 people watching. Apparently we gave the link to our Havoc family. So super proud that the Havoc qualified for nationals, and both Calgary teams will be in nationals this year, which is fun. All right, so set the scene here, Bradley. We got 10 minutes left to go for quarter 4. Score is 5-2 for zone 2. They've got the shots in-house here, 30-16. Zone 2 is just swarming around. Zone 2 came to play today. Hey, they're a dangerous team. All right, Brad, instant analysis.
This is all or nothing. We got to hit the gas now. That quarter is a classic example of just not being responsible with the ring. So we had a lot of unforced errors, a lot of unforced turnovers, and a steady parade of players to the box, and it's cost us. Down 3 going into the fourth, like I said, we've been in this position before, and this team can come back and score in bunches. Coach Sean right now having a good talk with his troops, letting them know that this is not over. We got 10 minutes to tie and to win. I think they can do it, and I hope you do too. So let's give a shout out.
All right, got 10 minutes left here. Sadie goes back to the net. And we will start with the ring, home team. Jocelyn goes back to the penalty box. Jocelyn's got 3 seconds left in her penalty. Yeah, zone 2's got a penalty. They got to put somebody back in the box. Here goes Ella Bigora. So they're going to get it. Looks like they need a fresh 2. Oh, they had the wrong player. All right, number 13 is going to go to the box. And they're going to put 2 on the board for number 13. All right. There's a whistle. Cameron Earl's got the ring. Cam goes over to Alyssa. Jocelyn's out of the box. We got a 5-on-4 skater advantage. There's a pass into Jocelyn Jojo. Battling hard here. And zone 2 is going to come up with it. Zone 2 is going to go in behind the net. Calgary's going to chase all quarter. You will see lots of man-on pressure for zone 2, or for Calgary, I should say. Wow, this number 9 is wheeling right now. Holy. That's Addison Hazelwood. Addie puts it back to Yellowega. Into Maddie Rice. Maddie's going to slam on the brakes. Evades her check. She's going to shoot it. Just missed that open corner. Tausch is going to battle against Maddie. And they're going to call a move it or lose it violation on Maddie Rice. That's going to be a goalie ring. All right, Maureen and Brendan have their rally caps on. We're going to need it, Maureen. There's a whistle, goalie ring. Alyssa's going to pick up that ring. Alyssa's got the ring. Lots of ice to break out. There's a pass to Avery Kliznik. AK's got it. She's into Hallie Rushfeld. Avery's going to pick it up right on the blue line. They're going to call a both sides violation on Avery. And again, Brad, that came from a misstep.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just making sure get that ring on the stick, and then make your move from there.
All right, so it's going to be a violation on Calgary. Center ice free pass for zone 2. Zone 2 is going to feed it over to Kyla Kester. Here's Kyla with the ring. She's going to feed that in to Emma Isley. Emma being watched by Jordan Arrow. Feeds it across, picked off by Avery Kliznik. Avery puts it out to Hallie. Hallie's got Addie on the weak side. Addie's driving in, 1 against 3, shoots it. Goalie makes the save. And she's going to drop it in beside the net here. Kyla Kester's got the ring. She's going to survive the check. She goes against the grain. Out to Brooklyn Monroe. Brooklyn's into Hazelwood. Addie's got the ring in behind the net here. Addie's going to backhand it out to Kyla Kester. She missed it. It's going to get pushed out to the neutral zone. They're going to call that move it or lose it on zone 2. Never did get out to the neutral zone. Going to be a goalie ring. Sadie picks up the ring, drops it off for Jordan Nero. Here's Jordan with the ring. Jordan puts it out to Jocelyn. Jocelyn under heavy pressure gets knocked down. No play, no call, so she puts it back to Jordan. Jordan's going to turn the ring over. Oh, and she comes up with it. Good job, Jordan. Jordan goes into Haley Kane. Here's Kaner with the ring. Kaner's going to step out. We got a change going on here. It's Kaner against the world. She's going to shoot it. Wow, what a toe save. And they're going to say that zone 2 is in the crease. They're going to say zone 2 is in the crease. That's a violation. Well, they're going to call a penalty on Haley Kane here. They're going to call a tripping penalty on Haley. All right, so Haley's going to head to the penalty box. But it's a violation on zone 2. It'll be Calgary ring to start. Referees are talking it over. All right. Avery's got the ring. O-zone free pass for Calgary. Feeds it over to Addie. Here's Addie with the ring. Gonna slow roll it here. We've got possession right now in the offensive zone. Need some goals. Addie goes up high to Avery. Avery loves to shoot from there. Just missed it up high. Alyssa's going to battle hard for the ring. Alyssa's going to put it out top to Addie. Addie one-on-one here. Shoots it just off the outside of the post. Avery comes up with a rebound behind the net. Avery puts it out to Addie. Really good control here. Addie, one hand on the stick's going to circle around. 20 on the shot clock. Addie cutting across, goes way up high. Addie's going to drive in with speed. Dangles in 1-on-2. Gets a soft shot and the rebound comes out, but it ends up in the crease. Going to be a zone 2 violation, crease violation. Auntie Shar says, you can do it, girls. Forget the ref game, play the real game. Oh, we got 7-11 left in the game. It's 5-2 for zone 2 right now. There's Jocelyn with the ring. Jojo bumps it over to JD. JD is going to go back to Jojo. There's Jocelyn in behind the net. Puts it up high to Jordan. Jordan, the third player in the zone when we've got a penalty here. And Jocelyn's got the ring in the corner. Loops around, goes up high to Jordan. Jordan on the backhand, feeds it over to JD. Down to 4 on the shot clock here. No, pardon me, 8 on the shot clock. Shot by JD ends up getting deflected in behind the net. And then Jocelyn's going to check her player. Brings out to the neutral zone. There's Cap Linney. And then zone 2 is content to dump it down in the zone, picked off by Jordan Nero. Jordan going to put it out to Addie. You'll see Addie a lot out here, one of our best offensive players. Addie settles it down, puts it into Cap Linney. Linney gets tripped up, no call. Maddie Rice has the ring. Here's Maddie with the ring. She's going to jump middle, feeds it out to Kyla Kettner. No, whoever that is. Going to bounce it off, and Hallie's going to pick up the loose ring. Hallie's got Addie on the weak side. Addie enters in the quiet ice. Addie's going to shoot it. Goaltender makes the save. She's going to go get her own rebound. Addie's been all over it, Brad. Great fourth quarter for Addie.
Yeah, she's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Just got to keep her rolling.
Penalty's over. Haley's out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. 5:48 left in the game here. Addie's going to shoot it. Goalie makes a save. Rebound behind the net. Comes out. We got our goalie out, actually, trying to put 4 in the zone. There goes Sadie back into the goal. Addison Hazelwood puts it into Ella Begora. She couldn't handle it. It's picked up there by Claire Taniguchi. Claire's in the corner. In behind the net. Alyssa and Jordan defending. Hallie's up top. Here's Ella Begora. We're going to want to chase that ring. We're going to push hard. Push hard in the last 5 minutes here. There's a rebound shot. Comes out. Jocelyn feeds it out to Avery Kliznik. Quick transition. Avery's just going to dump it down deep. Jocelyn's going to go try to get it. And it's a turnover to zone 2. And zone 2 is going to exit the zone with ease. Throws it up the middle. Maddie Rice picks it up. Maddie got stick check. She can't touch that. Now we're driving in. Here's Kaner. On her backhand. Flips it up high to Jocelyn. Read nicely by Maddie Rice. Maddie's going to rip it down, and they score. Maddie Rice hits the empty net from behind her own blue line. And that's going to make it 6-2 for zone 2. Our uphill climb got a little uphill there, Brad.
Yeah, we got a big mountain in front of us. It's 4.5 left. This team can score in bunches. Not over yet, but all stops are out now. Watch for Sadie hitting the bench early.
Alrighty. So Maddie Rice hits the empty net from behind her own blue line. Empty net goal makes it 6-2. 4:48 left in the game. Lindsay's got the ring. She pumps it down low. And Haley's got the ring. Here's Kaner with the ring. Kaner drops it off to JD. JD drops it off to Addie. Addie's got the ring. Slow rolling it in the quiet ice. 180 people watching. 180. We'll see if we can turn this game around in a 180. Addie's going to go down low. Kaner couldn't handle the ring. And then the goalie's going to pick it up. The ring went into the crease. Goalie's going to eat it. 5-second goalie violation. All right, so it's going to be a Calgary ring. We'll pull our goalie out. We'll put 4 in the zone. 4:18 left in the game. 6-2, zone 2. Shots in-house are 32-22 for zone 2. All right, we got... Going to go 4 in the zone here. There's Jocelyn. Feeds it over to Hallie. Jocelyn, Hallie, Jordan, and Avery on the attack here. Here's Hallie Rushfield. Hallie goes up high to Jordan. Jordan down low to Hallie. Hallie switches positions, drops it off to Jordan. Jordan back to Hallie. Hallie's going to dangle and shoots and scores. There's one. All right, so that makes it 6-3. 4 minutes left in the game. Nice ring movement there. On the 4 in the 4-on-3 advantage. Hallie ends up scoring the goal. Brad?
Yeah, that's just good control right there. Great shot from Hallie. That's what you got to do. 3 more to go.
All right, we're going to go heavy man on here. You're going to see a bit of a chase game here. Zone 2 on the center ice free pass. I thought they passed it early, but the refs let them play it. They passed it before the whistle, but anyhow, no harm, no foul for zone 2, I guess. Zone 2's in the attacking zone. Jocelyn battling hard on Ella Begora. She goes down low to Hazelwood. Addie Hazelwood's putting it out to the sideboard to Bryce Mullen. Captain Lindy's going to go over and check her. Jocelyn comes over. Ring goes up high. There's Tasha battling hard. And Lindsay's going to come up with it. We got 3.5 minutes left in the game. Lindsay's got the ring. Gets checked by Ella Begora. And Ella's going to tie up her stick. Ella steals the ring. Ella's going to get knocked down. That'll be a penalty on Calgary. Well, that's rough. Lindsay Byers is going to go 2 for hooking there. That is a hard-working penalty draw by Ella Begora. She's working hard. Lindsay ended up hooking her to the ice. That'll make our uphill climb a little more uphill. All right, Kyla Kester's got the ring, feeds it over to the other side. Zone 2 is just going to look to kill time here. Maddie Rice goes all the way across the ice. Kyla Kester. There's Alyssa. Alyssa takes her player down. We're going to take another penalty here. And then they put the ring in the crease, and now Alyssa's going to get a body contact penalty. Our uphill climb is really uphill now, Brad.
It is almost vertical at this point.
Almost vertical. All right. So Alyssa takes the penalty. Zone 2's got a long minute 44 3-on-2. Jordan and Tash are going to be out to defend this 3-on-2. Be curious to see if they try to score or if they're just going to kill time here. Maddie Rice has the ring. She's going to put it to Kyla Kester. They're content to just stand there. They're just going to watch the clock. See, Sean, they're not going to try to score. Jordan's not sure if she should go attack or what, but anyhow, they're just going to kill time. There's 2:44 left in the game. Jordan challenge on Kyla Kester. Maddie Rice goes up high. There's a shot. There was Emma Isley put it up high. That was shot by Maddie Rice. The ring comes out, gets batted around by Kyla Kester. Addie's out there battling hard. That's a move it or lose it violation on zone 2. That'll be a goalie ring for Sadie. We got minute 11 left in this long 3-on-2. Tasha's got the ring behind the net. Tasha's going to jump middle here. We're down 2 players, so Tasha's running out of friends in the neutral zone. Addie's going to bat it over the blue line. Addie's going to kick it, so that's going to be both sides violation. Addie stabbed it outside the blue line, kicked it inside the blue line, both sides violation. All right, some of the Russian bots left. It was 180. Now we're down to 161, Brad.
I don't like the optimism in that stat.
Yeah, where are y'all going? What's going on here? Just because we're down 6-3, 2:17 left in the game, and we still got a 58-second 3-on-2 to kill. What's the problem here? All right, center ice free pass for zone 2. Greenslide's going to put it back to her D partner. D partner's going to feed that in. Emma's got the ring. There's Emma Isley looking towards the net. Up high to Maddie Rice. Maddie Rice is going to slow roll it. Going to feed it down. Good stick by by Jocelyn. Jocelyn's going to bat it out, and Hallie throws it all the way down the ice. So Hallie's on the attack here. We've got only 3 players on the ice, which sucks for us. Zone 2's got 5. Maddie's into the zone. Maddie Rice going to slow roll it. Didn't even take the shot, just looking to kill time. Maddie Rice has a ring away up high by the blue line. Jocelyn trying to battle hard. Ring ends up down low. And here's Kyla Kess, who's going to shoot and score. That's a great shot by Kyla. So Zone 2's going to score, make it 7-3. It's a beautiful shot. Kyla Kester elevates it, gets it right up into the top corner. It's a power play goal. Minute and a half left in the game. That makes it 7-3 for Zone 2. There's the whistle. Jordan will start with the ring. Jordan bats it over to Tasha. Tasha with speed hits the blue line. She's going to feed it in. Intercepted by Zone 2. Tough pass. Addison Hazel puts it out to the neutral zone. Here comes Bryce Mullen. Bryce puts it into number 3, White. She's going to backhand that to Ella Begora. Here's Ella with the ring. Zone 2 is playing an absolute clinical game, Brad.
Yeah, they've been almost perfect tonight. And I would say their best players have been their best players. Credit to them, they played really, really well. I wouldn't say that this has been our best game, but you know what? Provincials is really hard. It's really hard to win this tournament, so credit to them.
All right, Zone 2 is back in the zone. They got 45 seconds left. Bryce Mullen controlling the ring, puts it up high to Ella Begora. Jordan and Jocelyn and Tasha defending right now. It's going to be a move or lose it violation on Zone 2. It'll be Calgary ring. The Zone 2 fans cheering their heads off. They know. 34.6 seconds left in the game. Captain Lenny B is going to feed it over to Alyssa. Alyssa is going to put it out to Avery. Avery's going to feed her down deep. Alyssa's going to try to get it. 24 seconds left in the game. 7-3 for Zone 2. They got the shots 35-23 for Zone 2. Maddie Rice has the ring. Maddie Rice just going to rip that down the ice. Jocelyn's going to go back and get it. Lindsay ends up with the ring. Lindsay puts it out to Avery. Avery puts it out to the neutral zone. And there it is. Zone 2, Provincial champions. Zone 2 will take the gold medal in the 2026 Provincials. They will go into Nationals as Team Alberta, AB1. Calgary Rogue, nothing to hang your hat at. It's a good tournament. They will earn the silver medal, and they will go into Nationals as AB2. Disappointing. I can see some of the players are quite disappointed. It's a really good game by Zone 2. I mean, Zone 2 played a clinical game. Controlled the ring, moved the ring well. Best players are the best players. They didn't really have a weakness today. Alrighty, so that'll finish off Provincials. Zone 2 will pick up the gold medal. AB1 champions, Team Alberta now. And Calgary will be AB2 going into Provincials. We'll do the handshakes, we'll do the medals. And there goes the handshakes. Great thing about this game is the sportsmanship. That'll be disappointing for Calgary, but now we got a month. We got a month to work on things. We got a month to practice and probably have some exhibition games, and we will go into Nationals and we will see what kind of trouble we can cause in Nationals. Let's see here. Producer Susan said, thanks, Tim, Bill, and Brad. Any team can win Nationals. Keep your heads up, Rogue. Pat in Ottawa says, great effort, Rogue. See you in Ottawa. There's more Ringette to be played. You're 100% right, Pat. Pickles said, amazing game for both teams. Pickles has 3 gold cups there. Doug Blankhorn says, thanks, Stream Team. See you in Ottawa. Jackie says, good game. Thanks, Jackie. All right. Brad, any analysis?
Congrats to our girls. That's to finish second in the province for the season. Still a great accomplishment. So congratulations to Rogue.
Yep, well said. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to log off, actually, to be totally honest. They're going to do the announcement here. They've got some young Ringette players on the ice. They're going to present the gold medals and the silver medals, and congratulations once again to Zone 2. They're going to go into Nationals as AB1, Team Alberta, and then Calgary is going to go into, Calgary Rogue will go into Nationals as AB2, and we'll get our silver medals. All right, my name is Bill. Thanks for watching along, and I appreciate Brad a lot. Brad, thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been fun. We'll see you in Ottawa.
And Timmy, great stream. Thanks, Tim, buddy.
Yeah, it's one of our last ones for this team.
Yeah, it's as Tim was saying. He was. I don't know if you could hear him, but Tim was saying that at Nationals, teams are not allowed to stream. Ringette Canada does their own video stream, so Tim does not have to bring his streaming gear to Ottawa. Ringette Canada won't let us stream, so that's we might have some exhibition games, so there might be some streaming left to go, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna quit talking. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in Ottawa.
Congratulations again to Calgary, and with that we will have a coach from Zone 2 come up and award the gold medal to Team
Quite a hell of a game. No. I don't know what was happening, but it wasn't anything that.
And with that, I'll invite the leadership team from Team Alberta to come up and accept the trophy and banner.
You jinxed it. Why? Because I was right?
They're judging us. If they show, and they played also.